Nice, man. Nice.
We got crooked referees. We got everybody jumping in the industry. This night,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only DJ Storms. I would like to welcome all of you back to the channel right here on YouTube.com. As of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. And we are just 1 week removed from RescueMania right here in Rutherford, New Jersey. And a capacity crowd of over 1,000 people were witness to a night of classic wrestling. The car was packed with wrestling legends, established stars, and intense grudge matches, and we are fortunate to have one of RescueMania's top main event stars with us today. And now, it's time to venture into the storm. This is the Eye of the Storm. And with us today is a man who is a former ECPW Proving Ground World Champion, and he is partnered in the winning tag team with one of the founding members of the NWO and DX, X-Pac, also known as Sean Waltman. He was with me on the very first ever Eye of the Storm almost 1 year ago, and it is my pleasure to have him back with us today, fresh off his monumental victory against a very dangerous Andrew Anderson, the new North American champion. Please welcome Gunner Trash!
DJ Storms, 1 year, man. Good to see you again.
Great to have you back on the show.
It's amazing how fast time goes, right?
It's crazy, you know? Feels like yesterday we were doing this on Twitter, and now we're here on YouTube.com, and we're making history all over again.
Yes, sir. All day, every day.
Now, RescueMania. It was a monumental night in more ways than one for you. First off, I would like to congratulate you on your North American Championship victory over Anderson. I would like to get your thoughts on what it means to you to be the North American champion.
Oh, man. Listen, anytime, when you start off to be a professional wrestler, I don't care who you are, your first thoughts are, man, it'd be great to be champion. And all that hard work, on and off 10 years, 5 o'clock in the morning at the gym, 10 o'clock at night at the gym, working 2 jobs, going to shows, just picking people's minds, training at facilities, it all paid off. The emotions I went through, I couldn't even tell you. To win a title, let alone in my hometown in front of 1,000 people, it was just absolutely epic. And it was a tremendous honor for me as well to do it for the first responders. And for those who are watching now, thank you for your service and what you do. And I really hope that the fans felt appreciated as well. Once again, it was my honor, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Very nice. Now, aside from how monumental it was also a very busy night for you. Now, your scheduled one-on-one matchup originally was against one of your greatest rivals to date. I'm talking about Prince Akhenaten now.
Yes.
Now, we all know this rivalry stemmed back quite a bit. But could you give us a little insight? How did this all start between you and the Prince?
Well, this is a rivalry that's been over a decade between me and Prince Akhenaten. It started back in 2008 in East Coast professional wrestling. It just stimulated into the leagues. Wherever we went, we just always collided. And, as much as I don't like the guy, I do respect him for his in-ring ability. I always thought he brought out the best in me. And he's just one of those guys that evolves with the business. And you have to watch out because he's always learning something new. He's pulling out new tricks. So you always have to be on top of your game when you're wrestling Prince Akhenaten.
Clearly. Now that scheduled one-on-one match, it actually turned into a 6-man tag team match after you were attacked by not only the Prince, but you were also attacked by Bright Lights Jared Foster and the Jersey Jewel Steve Sterling. And might I also add, you also had some legendary backup.
Yes, I did. First of all, I want to say that Jarrett Foster, Steve Sterling, Glitz and Glamour, one of the most up-and-coming tag teams in all of independent wrestling, in my opinion. Their in-ring presence is just uncanny. Jarrett Foster is just such an annoying little guy. When he's on the mic telling everybody to shut up. I was just looking at the audience, and people who just bought food just wanted to throw like pretzels at him, popcorn at him, and people were getting out of their chairs like, who is this kid coming out here like that? And Jarrett's actually a hometown guy, and
Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah.
It built more fuel to the fire being a hometown person, coming in saying how much he hated Rutherford, and then Steve Sterling himself, who was an absolute phenomenal athlete as his tag team partner, was also there. And when I went out there to cut the promo, they interrupted me and pretty much put the boots to me and whooped me pretty good. And it led into one of the best experiences I've ever had in professional wrestling. Is to team with two such great veterans as Nunzio and Tito Santana. It's just an amazing situation to look up to these two, watching the sport.
Absolutely.
And then there I am on the apron, and then Nunzio's right there. Tito's giving me his hand to make the hot tag.
I got goosebumps as well, man.
That was just absolutely it was just a star-studded moment. And it was just, Tito Santana was probably the nicest guy. Nunzio was great. Nunzio was funny. He's a funny dude. But, Tito was very, very helpful. Nunzio as well, as far as giving knowledge towards the sport and character development and just going out there and just how to work the crowd and take care of business. They were really
Now,
good.
normally after that would just be a full day's work for you. But you would just get warmed up, man.
Yeah, I mean, at 39 years old, 39, anytime I could come in and wrestle, like I said, it's an honor and a privilege. I treat it like I treat driving. You gotta look out for yourself, for everyone else around you. It's an absolute privilege. And anytime I could do it, I'll wrestle every match on the card if I could. Any kind of match, all night. To wrestle those two matches, selfishly, everybody who I got to work that night, I always wanted to work with. And I said, maybe one day it'll happen. And then twice that night, I worked with everybody that I always wanted to get in the ring with. And was a little sore the next day, but
It's all worth it.
yes, it was. The feeling of the accomplishment that I could still do that is just it's a sense of being proud, and I hope I could do more of this. If needed to be, like I said, I'll work 3 times a night, 5 times a night. I love the sport since I was a kid, and I don't think it'll ever leave me. So
Now, about the second match. Now, during the main event between Crowbar and Adam Payne for the WrestleMania World Championship, it was interrupted by Andrew Anderson, and he basically just wanted to ruin the night for everyone. But no. You had other plans. You went out there and you made the save.
No. You see, when you do a show in my town, when you come to Rutherford, New Jersey, it is a wrestling town. You don't come to my show, you don't come to my town to ruin the night. You come to perform and to respect the fans. That's it.
Now, if you made the save, this actually prompted Anderson and Edward to issue a challenge to you for the North American Championship. What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, this is a man who has a 650-pound bench press. He could tear apart a car if he wanted to. And I'm thinking to myself, what did I get myself into? But at the same time, it's my hometown. Crowbar and Adam Payne, 2 guys I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Oh my God. If you get a chance to watch RescueMania, please watch that match. The match was incredible. And unfortunately, it didn't have an ending. So when Andrew Anderson interrupted the match, I felt it was my responsibility, being it is my town, and I know a lot of people in the audience, to go out there and defend RescueMania itself. So when I hit Andrew Anderson with the garbage can and was challenged, in professional wrestling, it's either put up or shut up. So I'm ready to wrestle. So Andrew Anderson wanted to pick a fight. and he got it.
Absolutely. Now, I want to know what was going through your mind when the ref made that 3 count and he handed you the North American Championship.
I didn't believe it at first. To beat a guy like Andrew Anderson, like I said, whose strength is just uncanny. Oh my God. I mean, 545 for 4 reps, 650 in his sleep, squatting probably by the thousands. He's just an absolute beast. To get that 3 count on a superstar of 25 plus years with that caliber, it was a tremendous victory. I sat in the corner and I'm thinking to myself, did this just really happen? And the ref handed me the title and I was just holding it. I was just like, man, this is real. Like most wrestlers who start on the independents, they only dream to wrestle in front of their hometown, but to do that and to win a championship, it was just absolutely epic. And I looked over and I saw my wife and my daughter so happy. My father was he was pretty much in tears. And I owe a lot to my father, who's the original Gunner Trash, who got up 5 o'clock in the morning just to make sure we had the best, including working overtime to take me to wrestling events. So for that, to win that championship for him and for everybody out there who works for a living, who works hard and just has a dream and a soul, you really inspired me to really go out there and do my best. And to have that to give to the fans was just an absolute honor.
Now, my final question here on the Eye of the Storm, who can we expect to challenge Gunner Trash for the North American Championship in the future?
You know, when you win a championship, you have nothing but a bullseye on your back. So I'm going to take on all comers. I mean, I'm looking at maybe Steve Sterling, Jarrett Foster, perhaps Mike Orlando. You never know who's going to show up. But whoever does, rest assured, I'll be ready to fight.
It was a well-deserved moment. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Eye of the Storm. I would like to thank each and every one of you who tuned into this video. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the DJ Storms. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the rundown for NXT TakeOver in New Orleans. Check out the Lightning Flash update this Friday. And the rundown for WrestleMania, which I will be posting on Saturday. From Rutherford, New Jersey, I'm DJ Storms.
Gunner Trash.
And this has been the Eye of the Storm.